So now is that point in the market cycle that everybody's been waiting for, that we've been talking about for a very long period of time. We're very close to alt season. You're here now in some of the easiest times in crypto because we have this big pro crypto embrace, BTC setting a new all-time high, and big waves of adoption are about to follow. But the biggest thing that people frankly are not prepared for is actually taking profit. Okay. And profit is not a bad word. It's the most important thing in crypto. And yet many people don't have a plan. And I want to tell you guys what I plan on doing this market cycle, when I plan on taking profit, and maybe this will shed some light for what other people can do as well. I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It will keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So first of all, I have to say, this is not financial advice. This is not a guarantee. And sometimes these profit taking plans can kind of ebb and flow. The way I look at things in these market cycles is from a time standpoint, not a price standpoint. And why I say that is prices can vary throughout this thing, but what tends to stay consistent is the time that things happen. You know, when we look back at prior market cycles, ADA and other assets throughout the space are very, very consistent from cycle to cycle to cycle. In fact, as we get into the bull market, you guys can see that sometime between March and May, which would be in 2025, would be about the time where we hit the top of a very nice push to the upside. Frankly, this is the wave 3 that we've been talking about. This is the one that we said, frankly, could be above a new all-time high at that point. And it can get here very quickly, guys. We're only about, what, 4 months away, 5 months away from March. And during that time is when I do plan on taking some of my first profit. Now, that being said, it's going to depend on how high ADA price is at that point. If we are above if we basically set a new all-time high, I'm probably taking 10% of my bag and selling it. All right. Now, again, that may change. If it's lower, it may be a little less, but this is where things get kind of tricky because ADA is one of those coins that has a lot of things going for it because of the developments that have taken place within the Cardano ecosystem. There are a lot of big things that are being put into play right now that may actually turn that late market move into an even bigger one. There are some other catalysts in the market that may make that late leg an even bigger one still. Mass adoption, blow off tops, a huge crypto embrace, adoption of Cardano infrastructure throughout the world in a much bigger way than we're seeing now. Basically, a lot can happen between now and the top of this market cycle. That's why it becomes a very tricky one to try to figure out. So again, sometime March through May is when I plan on taking a little bit of profit. But as we approach the fall, I'm thinking that the top, if there is one, the top, if there is one, is probably going to be sometime around October. I've seen some people say September. I've seen some people say November. But around that time in the fall is when I will take a majority of my profit. Now, that being said, I'm also not selling everything. Now, people can do what they want. Some people can liquidate completely. Some people may not sell, period. And that's fine. Take whatever approach you want. But the reason I don't want to sell everything is this market cycle is going to be the biggest boom we've seen. Again, we're going to climb from 5 to 6% of the world in crypto to over 10%. We're going to climb from a $2.5 trillion market cap to somewhere between a $10 to $12 trillion market cap. That's the expectations, and have been actually since the bear market cycle. So that may even get higher still. So the biggest boom we've seen, but I know that the following market cycle should be an even bigger boom. All right. When you get into mass adoption, when you have that many people and that much capital entering the space, imagine what that is going to do to prices. Some of the price levels that assets are going to hit during that time are going to be absolutely absurd. But during that same time, I'm also going to be dollar cost averaging. I'm going to be layering into ADA and other projects. There are a lot of projects within the Cardano ecosystem that frankly we don't talk about a lot. And I think that even though some of those have bigger boom potential than ADA. And the reason why is we haven't seen that ADA adoption boom in the Cardano ecosystem, right? Or the Cardano adoption boom. Sorry, Cardano adoption boom within the ecosystem. And when that does begin, we've seen what that has done to many different blockchains in the space. It has caused many of those native assets for other blockchains to just absolutely explode. The point I want to make is there is a huge boom potential ahead for not just ADA, but for Cardano in general. So I'm very cautious moving forward about my profit taking plan. Again, we'll talk more about this the closer we get, because I think by the time we get to the end of the year, by the time we get into probably the end of January, we should have a pretty good gauge on where ADA is going to be headed based on what it's done in the past, based on what it did back in 2023. And the biggest thing is just obviously make sure you're prepared. Don't get too antsy. Don't get too bearish during dips, because there are good times in crypto ahead. So appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully that explained it enough for you guys. If you guys have other questions too, feel free to ask. If you guys want things talked about in videos too, just leave them in the comments below. I read them all. So have a great day. Show your love below. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.